Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? Welcome into a brand new episode of the Guru Nation Power Hour, powered by the Guru Nation podcast here on the Spencer, the Guru YouTube channel, as well as the Gen Wealth Net channel. Couldn't do it without everyone watching here, as well as Bogard Scott free in the gang at the GWN channel. Spencer the Guru here, as always, weekly Power Hour. Gonna try to get through this crazy injury week. My goodness, even more good men died. Why does this have to happen? And we don't mean actually died, just died in terms of fantasy as far as they are out for the season. Man, we lost Chris Godwin. We lost Brandon Ayuk. And then we even lost some just for a few weeks like Mike Evans and potentially Deebo Samuel. Crazy that the Niners and Bucks got as decimated as they did, as well as a few others we'll go over. But yeah, we'll have all that and more here on the Guru Nation Power Hour. Strap in. It's going to be lit. Grab a cold one. Do your thing, man. And also, we got some special guests that are going to be joining us later for the In My Humble Opinion segment. Before we get to that, though, we'll have waiver wires, trade questions, Q&A, all that jazz here to get your fantasy teams right. And then we'll talk our ish at the end. So let's get into it, y'all. Oh, yeah. Appreciate Miles Peacock for whipping up that dope intro. Kaka! Head on over to neonpeacockmerch.com. We'll have the commercial for that at the halfway point. Make sure to head on over to his site if you haven't already. There it is, y'all. neonpeacockmerch.com. Couldn't do it without Miles Peacock. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's go here. We'll start this baby off by breaking down all the injuries that went down this week. And before we do that, though, let's shout out the chat. I think we got a few loyal peeps up in here in the chat. Yes, sir, we do. We got Derek. Salute. Derek from the East Coast, man. Jersey, stand up. Appreciate you, man. And yes, sir, please do subscribe and hit the thumbs up for the Guru Nation if you also kindly could. That would be much appreciated. So I appreciate Derek always showing love. King D, what up, King D? Appreciate you, bro. Always up in here watching. And then Lee, our ear to the streets. What up, Lee? If any news breaks, bro, you already know where to put it. Just drop it in the chat, man. Appreciate you staying up late with us here on the Power Hour. So, yeah, drop that news in if you got it, and I'll read it on screen. I know you've been dropping a bunch in the group chat for us. Much appreciated as always, bro. So, yeah, let's get into it here. We'll talk about the injuries here real quick. We'll just go through the list here about the fantasy relevant guys, and if there's any breaking stuff or anything that I missed, Lee, I'm sure will update us. And he just texted me a list of stuff, so appreciate that. Yeah, the first one we got to talk about is Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, y'all, rib injury, suffered a rib injury week to week. So I'm not sure if he's going to play this week. They get the Bears, kind of a tough matchup, but was looking to be a really promising one for fantasy, him against Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, that is. So not sure if he's going to go, but if you need a backup plan there, we'll have our waiver wire QBs in just a sec. And yeah, you ain't lying, Bogey. Lost too many good men out there, as has been the case damn near every week this year. I don't know what the deal is this year, but yeah, it's been rough. And yeah, we'll have our Saints talk later too. Glad you brought this up, Lee. We'll discuss the Alvin Kamara contract extension, 2 years, $24.5 million through the 2026 season. Goals for Kamara to retire a Saint. There were some potential trade rumors coming up about Kamara. Doesn't look like those are true, especially now that he's signed the extension. I don't know how to feel about this, honestly. I'll give my thoughts on the segment when we get to that segment, but let's just say I'm not as happy about this as you might think. Like most Saints fans probably like, yeah, he's gonna retire a Saint, but I've got some more thoughts on that, so stay tuned. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Our direction is crazy and not in a good way, so I'll just leave it at that for now. But yeah, Jaden Daniels, week to week, rib injury. I wouldn't think he goes this week. You never know. Keep an eye on the practice reports, but brace yourselves for an absence of Jaden Daniels. Probably going to be Marcus Mariota, and in that case, Bears probably going to win that thing because I definitely don't trust him. I trust Caleb Williams more than Mariota, even though he's just a rookie. Well, Jaden was the main one. Not a whole lot else to talk about. Oh, yeah, Deshaun Watson out for the season. Pour one out for him. We'll have to hit the drop here real quick. Shout out to Bogey and the crew. We got to hit the drop for him with the sacks to pour one out for Deshaun Watson. His season is over. Now he can go get all the massages he wants because he is done.
Hello, ladies.
Oh boy. All right, enough of that. Deshaun Watson, you're done, buddy. You're cooked, and you better not get too many massages. That was that guaranteed money you think you guys gonna get voided, because I think that's part of the deal. If any more allegations come up, I think he loses out on that. But if he minds his P's and Q's, it doesn't matter how bad he sucks on the field, he'll get his full 200-something million. It is crazy, man. Whatever, however much that is, that it's like no matter how bad he sucks, he's getting that shit. So anyway, yeah, Deshaun Watson, man, he's cooked for this season anyway. But he'll be back. He'll be back. They're on the hook for all that money. He's gonna be back with them at least another 2 years, man. I would say, even though I'm mad at my Saints, at least we're not the Cleveland Browns. At least we didn't sign Massage Watson. My gosh, what a disaster. But Derek Carr might be back this week. Speaking of my Saints, Derek Carr, baby. He might come back. And let's see. Oh, we got Jameis Winston. Yeah, Jameis Winston, a.k.a. Infamous Winston, is probably going to get the start this week with Dorian Thompson-Robinson also banged up. And what up, Marty? Appreciate you, bro. Always rocking with us. So, yeah, Derek Carr might be back. If not, it'll be Spencer Rattler again. But could be Derek Carr again this week. Keep an eye on that. Andy Dalton, crazy stuff there. Got in a car accident today. They said he was not injured, though. So, likely to draw another start again this week. Will Levis didn't play last week. He's questionable with a shoulder. Tyler Huntley, questionable with a shoulder injury. And then AOC, Aiden O'Connell, placed on IR. And Gardner Minshew to Ginsu, he'll probably be their starter the rest of the way. So we got a lot of injuries there. With Huntley probably out, looks like we will have the return of Tua. He's designated to return from IR. And assuming he clears protocols, I would think Tua will be back. I'll have more on him in my humble opinion segment. So stay tuned. Running backs. Let's see here. Injuries. JT, hopefully he'll come back. CMC probably won't be back for another week or two. ETN, he's week to week, might be back this week. But hell, Tank Bigsby did well. Bigsby might actually be an upgrade over there. Jonathan Brooks, he'll be back here pretty soon. That'll hurt our Chuba Hubbard shares. Nick Chubb is back, so Jerome Ford sucks. Get rid of him. Tajay Spears missed last week. He might come back soon, but Tony Pasta is the guy there, and that Titans backfield. And yeah, not a whole lot of running back injuries. I think that's about it. So let's get to the wide receiver position, which was decimated. Get to that real quick. I've been teasing y'all at the waivers. Promise I won't spend too much more time on this injury stuff. But Mike Evans is out at least 3 weeks, they're saying. Probably won't be back till after their week 11 bye. So make other plans if you have Mike Evans. DK Metcalf suffered like a knee injury of some sort. Doesn't sound serious, so he should be good this week. Debo had to go to the hospital with a fluid in his lungs, they said, pneumonia or some sickness that was pretty bad for him. Let me see what it was. Lee had sent it to me, but there's just so many damn injuries. It's hard for me to even keep up with it all. Yeah, build up a fluid in his lungs. Yeah, pneumonia. Okay, I was right. All right. Yeah, not sure when he'll be available again. So yeah, that's tough, man. Obviously, Joanna Man Jennings is a must pick up, and then Slick Rick Pearsall, man, back from his gunshot. Looks like he's gonna be good this week. So yeah, we'll have more on them in the waiver segment. Zay Flowers, don't think anything's wrong with him. I'm not sure why there's a Q there. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Maybe Lee will have something for us on that. Chris Olave In concussion protocol, should be back soon. Puka's injury window is opened up. Not sure when he'll be back, but should be in the next week or two. And then he'll be able to slide right in, especially if they trade Cooper Kupp, which is looking more and more like the Rams might deal their star receiver in Cooper Kupp. Should play Thursday, but I'm feeling that might be his last game as a Ram, because it sounds like they're definitely shopping him around. And there's plenty of wide receiver needy teams, including Blake Steelers, which we'll have our resident Steeler on in a little bit here. Blitzed with Blake at the halfway point of the show, along with Bogard Scott free for the in my humble opinion and all that. So Debo's timeline TBD. Evans 1,000-yard streak likely over. Yep. Stafford, yeah, I did see that. Yep, but I've been wrong before. Yeah, no, I don't see him trading Stafford. Like, I think they trade Cup, but Stafford, it's like, what are they gonna do? I mean, Stetson Bennett, like, I just don't see him going through with that. Or Jimmy G, like, nah, bro. I think they keep Staffy because they might be able to contend next season, and I think Staffy's probably got another 2-3 years left in him. So, yeah, I don't see that happening, but you never know. I've seen crazier stuff. Chris Godwin, pour one out for him, as well as Brandon Ayuk, both out for the season. Godwin, gruesome ankle injury, had to get an air cast. Ayuk, torn ACL. So, hopefully Jacoby Myers comes back this week. So, he's been battling an ankle. So, that's the receivers. Tight ends, Jorge Kittle banged up yet again. Hopefully, he won't miss any time. Goddard has a hammy. Hopefully, he'll be back this week. Hawkinson, he might be back this week. And so, yeah, just keep an eye on that. Taysom Hill, my boy Taysom, repping the threads here. Shout out to Seven. Come back, Seven. We need you, bro. And yeah, that's about it for tight end injuries. So let's talk now waiver wires. And what up, Tino? Perfect timing, bro. We're about to get into this waiver wire talk here real quick. So let's see what else. Dennis Gardeck, that's one of their defensive players there in Arizona. ACL. Zay got banged up last night for sure. Could you see Darnold as part of that trade for their QB of the future? Yeah, this thing makes no sense. Yeah, exactly, Marty. Yeah, like Darnold might be y'all's future low key, like, because y'all's defense is good and he's on a pretty cheap contract. Like, okay, kind of like the Bucks with Baker. So, I don't see y'all trading Darnold for Staffy. I think that'd be a mistake considering how much Staffy's cap hit is. Hawkinson should be back. Vikes release Bob Tunyon. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Yeah, we need Hawkinson back for sure. All right, y'all. Waiver wire. Let's get it. QBs. We've got Tua as well as Dangerous. Steelers country. Let's mine. Because as Blake and I were talking about backstage there before the show, Russ, man, it was looking kind of spicy with Russ there. Yeah, I mean, this week they get the Giants, who aren't the easiest matchup, but also not a tough matchup to where, like, Russ might be able to keep the magic going. Showed a really good rapport with George Pickens. So for those in deeper leagues, I like him. Also like Tua, though, as far as someone that, when healthy, man, Tua's a dog. Like, Tua handles business. Like, you can make fun of him all you want, saying, he's a concussion boy, injury prone. But, man, when Tua's out there, man, he's a beast. And, I mean, you got to say, he's got some big nuts to want to come back from that damn concussion, man. I mean, not many motherfuckers would have the balls to do it. Like, a lot of people would be like, I'm out of here, man. And would you really blame them? I mean, shit, man. I mean, it's scary stuff, but he keeps coming back. He truly loves the game, obviously. So we'll see what he can do. Could be back as soon as this week against Arizona. So if he does come back, could be worth a start in deeper league, especially in super flex. So yeah, keep an eye on Tua and Russ. I guess Justin Herbert, Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, they're owned in less than 50. But I feel like they're owned in pretty much all my leagues, which are deep degenerate leagues. So for those in the deep leagues, Russ and Tua would be the guy. Yeah, I know, right? Can't catch a break, but you never know, man. He might be able to come back and lead the Dolphins to a wild card. They're still in it, man. Especially with the Jets fucking up so bad. The Bucks make a lot of sense for the Rams. Cooper Kupp knowing the offense with OC Liam Cohen. Yeah, exactly. I thought of that today. I mean, the Steelers, it makes sense. The Chiefs. I mean, obviously the Chiefs, with Rashee Rice out and Yeah, the Bucks. I mean, with their injuries, like the Bucks could definitely use Cooper Kupp. They might be the most desperate as far as they probably will offer the most for him. So yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Lee. What's Russ's percentage? He's in damn 5.3. Wow, yeah. Suppose in deeper leagues, Russ is definitely the move if you can't secure Tua. So let's see the running back position here, y'all. We're looking at the deeper options here under 50. Oh, my bad. Got a kind of a tight setup here. Sorry about that. Gonna have a new desk set up next week. I'm excited about that. Or is it? Will it be next week? Either next week or the week after. It's coming soon. We're gonna have a new setup, a new studio, new room, and all that. Excited, y'all. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren's my running back for this week. He's one of them. And I know I keep going with the Steelers, and I promise it's not just because Blake's on there. It's because I was encouraged with what I saw last week against a pretty formidable Jets defense. I mean, the Jets defense is no joke. I mean, they're one of the better defenses. So the fact that Pittsburgh showed promise there tells me that they've got a lot of potential offensively, and seems like Artie Smith, I mean, now not a good head coach, but as an OC, not all that bad. So Jaylen Warren, I think, is a good pickup. He should get more involved. He was injured most of the early part of the season, but now that he's back healthy, look more involved there. We all know Najee's nothing special. I mean, he is what he is. He's a solid lead back, but when it comes to the pass catching downs, Jaylen Warren's a little bit better. So I think he's going to see more work, be more involved. So I like him this week there. Giants looks like pretty mid against the run. So, but hey, that could actually play in his favor because Najee could bottle up Najee, and then Warren might pop off. So keep an eye on him. Deeper targets, Justice Hill. I know the King Henry's that dude over there, so don't pick up Justice Hill and expect anything special. But I just think he's good depth because he's someone that a lot of weeks has a little role next to Henry, and God forbid anything happens to the big bastard King Henry. I mean, I mean that motherfucker is tough. I mean, I don't see him getting injured, but in the off chance he does, I mean, fantasy God, pray to fantasy gods that he doesn't. But if he does, then I mean, Justice Hill would be next man up. And I mean, we all know how explosive that Ravens offense is. So I think he's just a good stash and hold because you never know what can happen. And then promise isn't biased because believe me, I am not happy with the Saints right now. But y'all, Kendre Miller looks pretty good as a runner and is just basically getting no love from the fantasy community. I think he's already passed up Jamali Williams. And with Alvin Kamara getting a little bit older, I know he signed his extension, but if Kendre Miller can do anything, they're definitely going to want to help Kamara out as far as sharing the load. So I think Kendre Miller is a good target there at the running back spot. Let's look at the receivers, y'all. Jawan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall, talked about them earlier, but with Ayuk out for the year and Debo week to week, it's like those guys they have no choice but to step up. Jennings is the obvious one, although he's battling an injury himself. So I'm telling you, man, this rookie, Ricky Pearsall, he might be the steal of the waiver wire because he is so rostered in so few leagues, 5.5 here on ESPN. So I mean, I know he's it's going to be a lot to ask for a rookie. I mean, but he's pretty involved already in his first game, 3 for 21. I mean, that's nothing special, but I'm telling y'all, man, with all these injuries, I think he's going to have a big role. Same goes with Jalen McMillan in Tampa Bay. Really like him with Evans and Godwin out. I see that rookie being heavily involved. He's the kid from Washington. He was one of the Washington guys. He was the one that got overshadowed because of Roma Dunze and Jalen Polk. But man, I tell you what, Jalen McMillan is in a great spot now with the two big dogs in front of him out injured for a while. So I think he's a must add if you need receiver help. And then Tutu Atwell is one to watch, especially with the Cooper Kupp trade rumors. Tutu looks to be the most reliable of those fill-in guys behind Kupp and Puka. I mean, he just seems to be the most consistent there. So if they trade Kupp, I think Tutu could be a pretty good add in a pass-happy Rams attack. Tight ends, y'all, to cap it off. Cade Otton and Hunter Henry are my two ads this week. I think they're both great ads because with the receivers out. I said McMillan, but Cade Otton, he looked like the real target hog last week. I mean, they were just peppering him with targets whenever the big dogs went out. So I think Cade Otton's a must-add if you need a tight end. But then also Hunter Henry, I mean, he's been seeing a lot of looks with Drake May. He seems to be Drake May's favorite target. So keep an eye on Double H, Hunter Henry, if you need tight end help. Let's get to our stock report now. Any waiver question that y'all have or trade questions, drop them in. We'll get to them. But, yeah. It usually takes a season to get right from a gunshot. Yeah, I mean, hey, B-Rob was doing pretty damn good his rookie season. So, hell yeah. I think Rick could too, man. I have high hopes for him. What are some cup landing spots? Yeah, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Kansas City. Shit, maybe even Detroit with the Jameson Williams suspension. That's something I forgot to mention. Jameson Williams likely suspended 2 weeks. Yeah, Jatavian Sanders for real deep leagues. Yeah, he could be a good one as well with the Panthers not really having much else. Blue Jays, what up? Traded Jacobs and DJ Moore plus an 8th round pick redraft. Still have Kamara, Hunt, Pacheco, Hubbard, and Bigsby. Okay, not bad, not bad. Receivers now, Cup, Reed, and Moore. 3 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. What do you think? Well, I hope you have more than just those 3 at receiver if you have to start 3. So hopefully you have a little more depth than you're letting on there. But assuming you do, then yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, that's a good deal there. So yeah, traded. Okay, is this it isn't a redraft. They're about even. I don't know if I'd have done it, but considering you have a pretty deep backfield, and it sounds like you needed receiver help. So yeah, I think that was overall a good trade. Bronson, what up, Bronson? Trade Mason, Ladd, and Tua for Monty and Olave, PPR. Ooh, man, I think I would there, Bronson, because I feel like Monty's definitely an upgrade over Mason with CMC coming back in the next 2-3 weeks. Mason then's going to be worthless. So Monty, obviously a huge upgrade there. And then Ladd and Tua for Olave, I also think is probably an upgrade because Olave is definitely better than Ladd. And then Tua, unless it's a super flex league, I'd for sure do this deal. If it's a super flex, I probably wouldn't because Tua, I mean, QB is a lot more valuable, obviously. But in a regular single QB, yeah, that's one you should do, brother. All right. Let's get to the stock report real quick before we get our boys on to talk Saints and give humble opinions. So QB stock report up next here. Let's get it. All right. Buy low, y'all. Baker Mayfield. I'm buying low on Baker because I feel like a lot of people are going to panic and act like, he goes receiving hurt. He sucks now. But guess what, man? He kept fighting last week. He did not quit. He showed to have that dog in him. So it would not put it past me to see Baker Mayfield keep putting up big numbers, even without Evans and Godwin. So I would buy low on him. I feel like a lot of people are going to want to sell. So it is a good time to buy Baker. And a good one to sell, I'd say. And again, don't sell low here because, I mean, I'm not trying to act like this guy isn't worth a damn. I mean, he's the cream of the crop. But, he's been doing so well that I think it was a good time to sell. And that's Lamar freaking Jackson, man. Action Jackson's been killing it lately. He's playing like the best football of his career. I mean, he was MVP last year, and this season he's way better. Like, I mean, he's looking like he's probably going to win MVP again. It'd be his 3rd MVP already. I mean, holy shit. I feel like this guy, he's like the new Peyton Manning, great regular season quarterback. Can't seem to get it done in the postseason. It's kind of like Mahomes is Brady and Lamar is a Peyton Manning. He just he puts up the gaudy numbers, but can't seem to get it done when it counts. But maybe this year will be the year he does because, man, he has been killing it. But for fantasy, it's like, especially in a single QB, someone's willing to give you some elite running back or elite receiver for Lamar. I'd do it because there's no way he keeps this up all year. And I mean, guys like Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts are still just as good as him. So if someone's willing to give you just dumbass value in return, I would go ahead and sell Lamar if you can get like freaking Saquon or Amon-Ra, Jettis, Chase. I mean, someone might go stupid for Lamar after what he's done the past few weeks. So just monitor the market, and yeah, it could be a good time to sell. Running backs, y'all. My buy low is Alvin Kamara. I know I'm about to trash the Saints, but I gotta admit, I mean, Kamara this year has been a dog. I mean, he's number 2 in points scored. The only guy with more is the King Henry. But the reason I'm saying he's a buy low is because he bottomed out last week, and I feel like a lot of people are just gonna want nothing to do with the Saints moving forward. So I think it's a good time to buy AK. And in my sell high is Rachaad White, because I saw what the Bucks were doing last week. Yeah, he had a great game, but that was just because of game script. I mean, the Bucks backfield is a committee, man. Bucky Irving was heavily involved, even Sean Tucker a little bit. I mean, I know White was still the primary guy, but it just concerns me that they're getting these other guys involved. And White last season, not very efficient to where he needed the volume. So with these other guys getting involved, I just don't really trust Rachaad White. So I'd take the opportunity to sell high on him after his big week last night on Monday Night Football. All right, y'all. Wide receivers. Jalen Waddle's a great buy low right now. A lot of people are just going to look at his numbers and be like, yeah, you can have that guy. That guy sucks. But now that Tua is set to come back soon, I think Waddle's going to shake back, man, for sure, because it just goes to show, man, without Tua, they are cooked. Their passing game's cooked. But I feel like with Tua, they're definitely going to bounce back some. So Tyreek Hill, I feel like it's too big of a name to be a buy low. So I'm going to say Jalen Waddle is my buy low. And then T. Higgins, y'all, is my sell high. Bengals been riding high lately, but T. Higgins always seems to get hurt. So I'd probably sell on him right now if he can get good value, because he just seems to be a guy that is kind of streaky as well. He's kind of on his hot streak right now. I know he's on a good offense. Burrow's still a dude, but Chase is the alpha over there. So I would try to sell Higgins if you can get good value. And to cap it off, tight ends, y'all. Sam Laporta is my buy low at the tight end position. He's been kind of struggling lately, but with oh shit, I can't think of the name. Jamison Williams, like facing a suspension, I think Laporta is going to get more involved again, and it's going to be to where teams going to be doubling, tripling Amon-Ra. So, like, yeah, I think they're going to have no choice but to start going to Laporta. He had a great rookie season. He's come back to earth this year. I'm not surprised. I don't have many Laporta shares because of that. I stayed away from him in redraft, but I think it's a good time to buy low. I still think he's one of the better tight ends, despite his numbers being less than stellar here to start the year. And then my sell high is Mark Andrews. He's been a lot better lately, but it's been kind of touchdown dependent. He hasn't gotten back to being a volume guy in Baltimore. He never really was a big volume guy. He tended to be more touchdown dependent, but I just don't really fuck with guys that are touchdown dependent. So now that he's been getting the tutties, I try to sell. It's kind of like the Lamar thing. It's like, I mean, obviously you don't sell low, but I mean, when guys are riding high like this is when you need to look to sell. And so I think Andrews, a good sell high candidate coming off the 2 touchdown performance. Yes, sir. All right, let's see the oh, it is a QB league. QBs are Mahomes, Geno, and May. Oh man, that makes it tough, bro. I tell you what, see if he'll take May, and if he doesn't, then I'd probably just take it, because like, yeah, that's a good deal to upgrade from Mason to Monty. I got trading away Herbert for Watson plus. Felt like I could, since I had Baker and Goff as my starters. Oh, I got. Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's I feel you, Marty. I drafted Watson in a dynasty and got for sure. I thought he was gonna bounce back. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Lamar's time's coming. I mean, Peyton Manning eventually got one, so yeah, I feel you, Tino. I'm not like I get you. I just like, I mean, I said to trade Jaden Daniels a few weeks ago. A lot of people laughed at me, and I mean, obviously, you can't predict injuries, but I don't think the Saints stink yet. Still plenty of time. We might just have to agree to disagree on that one. Yeah, I mean, I guess, as long as you're mathematically in it, you can't really give up. But boy, do I feel like just throwing in the towel, bro. Jesus. Khalil Herbert has serious interest from 4 teams in the trade market. Okay, yeah, that'd be nice. There's no room for him over there with Swifty and Roshan. Been linked to the Cowboys, Bengals, and Colts by league front office personnel. I like Cowboys as a landing spot for him. Don't like the Bengals because of Brown and Moss. It'd be similar to the Bears, and then don't like the Colts with JT coming back. So, all right, y'all, let's bring the boys out. We got them backstage. They're ready to roll. We've got with us Blitzed with Blake making his Guru Nation Power Hour debut.
What's up, man? What's up? What's up?
Shit, man. Cheers, brother. It's been a while. For our longtime fans of my channel, I know y'all probably remember Blake. We used to do the weekly wrap up every Tuesday on the Blitzed with Blake channel. So yeah, we're back bringing the heat, man.
Hell yeah, dude. That was 2021, I think, was the last one we filmed.
Right? Yeah, 21 or 22. It's definitely been over 2 years. So.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
Glad to be back, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, excited to see what humble opinions you got, bro. And for those that don't know, Blake is a Steelers fan hailing from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
No cheeseheads. Terrible towels.
No. Yeah, yellow black, not yellow green. That's for sure.
Hell yeah, man. So, and we couldn't do it without wartime bogey. You already know him, man. Repping the Bay as always. Bogard Scott free.
Yes, allegedly.
Allegedly, that's true.
Hey, this shit fresh though, right?
Oh, it is though, bro. I love that. I need to
Allegedly.
order me one, man. Shout out to Peacock. Oh yeah, and speaking of Peacock, we need to run his commercial. I'd promised I'd run it halfway. So yeah, we'll be right back, y'all. Gotta shout out to Neon Peacock. Caca.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Everybody make sure to go check out neonpeacockmerch.com. All that fly shit, you know what I'm saying? Get your allegedly gear.
Right?
Get your Guru Nation gear. Get your give me money gear. You feel me? All of it, man. Get your Christian McCaffrey shirt.
Yeah, he'd make one for two, or he'd make one like 2-0 Lave, all the guys with like 5 concussions, or the El Concusto gang.
I'm not mad at it.
He'd have like it'll be all like looking like looking at the clouds. El Concusto, man, I fucked up for that one, man. Hopefully they get well soon, boys. We need y'all back.
my bad. My girl just came home. Let me just go unload this car real quick.
All right, cool. No worries.
That's a hybrid. I know that sound anywhere.
Right? He knows what that is.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, B-Dub. Let's get into it, man. With the Saints talk, man. And man, I just gotta say, man, I'm not happy right now. First off, did you watch the Thursday night game, bro?
Yeah.
For sure.
Of course.
So after,
of course.
After seeing that shit show, after seeing that, as just a non-biased fan, as a neutral observer, did you like look at that and we're just like, man, this Saints team is cooked?
Honestly, so I can't even say that I'm unbiased because of all the conversations that you and I have. I low-key kind of root for the Saints here and there because I'm like, damn, I just want to see my boy catch a dub, really is what it boils down to. But it wasn't good. And you know what? It's so weird because you like backtrack to like, what was it, week 2 against the Cowboys. And the question mark is out there, right? Everyone's like, oh my God, are the Saints one of the best teams in the NFL? Right? And how quickly it fucking spiraled is bueno, buddy.
Yeah, it all spiraled when freaking Dennis Allen quoted Kendrick Lamar after the week 2 win. He was like, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta pop out and show them. And they lost every game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was Kendrick, and now he's just taking L after L after L.
Yeah, that's bad juju is what that is right there.
Yeah, he went from Kendrick to Drizzy real quick. Bro.
Yeah, no shit, right?
God damn, bro. Maybe Kendrick saw that and he was like, hey, Saints coach, don't ever quote my song again, motherfucker. You stupid ass.
Yeah, right.
And he killed his confidence. Oh my god. And Tito said, yeah, I remember how good the Saints could be. Yeah, Tito's a Cowboys fan. So he knows what the Saints can be, but the problem is that's not really what they are. It just seems to me that they're a team that's like they got figured out. Like they did really well early. Clint Kubiak was like the new kid on the block. He was the hot shit, but now it just seems like they figured him out to where I don't know, man. We'll see this Sunday. I mean, I feel like I keep saying this every week. It's a must win, and they never win it.
Every week's a
like the
must
fucking
win.
Jets, man. They're in the same boat, 2-5.
Yeah, right.
Fucking Aaron Rodgers, goofy ass, going on McAfee every week. Still, I was like, man, I thought they had gotten rid of him, but I guess McAfee convinced ESPN to bring his ass back.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually was gonna watch that to see what he said about that game this week. Because I'm interested. Because yeah, today's Tuesday, so he's on today.
Yeah, I saw a couple of clips from it. One of them, he was like, McAfee asked him, "Are you encouraged by the fact that y'all have been close?" And he was like, "I gotta be honest, Pat. Close doesn't mean shit." He was pretty blunt today. He was giving, a few of his typical, like, head in the clouds, ayahuasca-ish answers, but it's like, but I think he's finally, like, he's now got 5 L. I think he's starting to realize that it's like, that they're all but cooked, like, to where they just traded for Adams to where, like, man, if they miss the playoffs, and they fired Saleh, like, if they miss the playoffs, bro, that's going to put a big stain on Rodgers' legacy.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And he knows it too, to where like he's kind of fucking. Honestly, like, what are your thoughts on this, Blake? Like, Aaron Rodgers, after his darkness retreat, claims to have been all but ready to retire, but then when he found out that the Packers are moving on to Jordan Love, it like reignited his fire to come back, and then he wanted to go play for the Jets. So, do you think he should have just followed his initial gut feeling of just retiring?
I mean, it would have looked a lot better for him because now, I mean, let's be real, right? You can say what you want. Jets are 2-5, but there's a lot of fucking weapons around Aaron Rodgers right now. A lot of good weapons around him, and you're still 2-5. Not to mention, I mean, that the defense isn't like a slouch by any means. Like they make some bonehead plays here and there, but they get pressure on the quarterback. They're number 6 in the league in sacks. Like the pressure's there. You have Sauce. You got some arguably questionable linebackers in that defense, but say what you want. The guy's got weapons. He's got everything he could ask for. I actually call the Jets the 2018 Packers. That's what I call them. Because, I mean, they got just random fucking guys. I mean, they had Randall Cobb. I don't even know if he's still with them. They got Devontae now. They got, I guess Lazard was later than 18. But it's just, he should have hung it up, in my opinion. Because it doesn't look great for him now.
Well, the 2018 Steelers or the 2018 Packers?
The Packers. We're talking about Rodgers. They're saying should Rodgers have retired?
You know what? What should have happened is they should have never broke the band up to begin with.
Yeah, man. Yeah, trading Adams was like that was kind of crazy because Rodgers had like just signed the extension with them, and then like the next day they trade Adams. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and like, it's kind of funny too because there was the whole issue of like whether he's gonna resign or like what's gonna happen with Rodgers. Like, oh, how long is he gonna play? And then Adams like, fuck that, I'm gonna get my bag, bro. I'm going to Derek Carr, and he he's like.
And now he's back to Rodgers because he realized how much the fucking Raiders suck. Fucking Mark Davis bowl cut ass.
And that
man.
Yeah, that offensive line isn't giving anybody help. Like I kind of had this theory that you're gonna add Adams and it could be circa adding Chase to the Bengals, where it's like here's the shitty offensive line, but you add Chase, another threat to that where you got to make defenses be play honest, right? Like you can't just stack the box and overload the box but yeah, they're doing that to Rodgers, because I thought it'd be circa, like I said, circa Chase to the Bengals. You know what I mean? Like you add Adams there, it should open it up, and it definitely opened it up for Brees. And in the last, it's been 2 games with that new coach, so they definitely was like, screw Braylon Allen. You know what I mean? Like we're just gonna feed Brees like they should. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was smart. You know what I think is a deal here? Like, and I mean, I agree with Blake that Rodgers probably should have hung it up, but I still think with Devontae, they're gonna get on a big winning streak here coming up to where they're gonna be, I think, knocking on the door of a wild card. But I still don't know if they're gonna be able to get it because fucking Joe Shiesty's starting to come around, and I mean, we already know. I mean, fucking Steelers, man. I mean, they showed that they're pretty legit. And then who was the other wild card? The Chargers. I was thinking they would get one, and that's no sure thing. So maybe the Jets could sneak past the Chargers and get the last one. Although the Dolphins now at Tua back, they might get the last one. So like I think the Jets will probably win like 8 or 9 games, but I don't know if I don't think that's enough in the AFC.
My bad, I didn't really get to acknowledge it. But look at us, we're back. Oh, man, we're back together.
Hey,
my girl pulled up right when we jumped out. I was like, oh shit, I gotta unload these groceries.
Oh, that's good, bro. We ended up segueing to Rodgers. Seems like we always go back to Rodgers, which it's like that's why Pat McAfee keeps having him on because I mean he is an entertaining.
Aaron Rodgers is a fucking pussy. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, exactly. It's the thing, either love him or hate him. And I mean, a lot of people hate him, but we keep talking about him. Though.
During the game, they showed like his hand or whatever, and it was bleeding. I was like, look at this shit. They're already giving Aaron Rodgers an excuse for the L tonight. Like, oh, his hand's bleeding. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's so tough. He's a great player.
Yeah.
Man.
ESPN
he's no Brett Favre. He's no Brett Favre.
Well, Brett Favre was, they're actually quite similar. It's just, their choice of drugs are different, Aaron Rodgers likes the ayahuasca and low key, he smokes weed because he makes a lot of the weed references. You know what I mean? Even his whole thing. You already
know he smokes weed.
His whole thing with Devontae is that.
Yeah, and sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But,
and
Brett Favre, he definitely like his beers. Yeah, he like his beers and Viking and that Brett Favre.
Yeah, the Southern way, man. Beer and Viking. Woo! Oh my god!
You can reverse the car out already.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Rodgers is a thing with Rodgers that annoys me. It's like, is that like he just is one of these motherfuckers that like, I think it was like just because he did ayahuasca, he automatically thinks that made him a smarter person. And it's like, not necessarily, but like, I mean, it can help open your mind and shit, but it's like
psychedelics are meant to be ego destroyers. You know what I mean?
Right. If anything, I feel like it's made his ego even bigger in some ways.
I think because here's the thing. He was already polarizing for being like a dickhead. Like, he's
always
for like disowning his family, supposedly.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, right.
Like he's just not like and you got to respect.
Yeah, never got married.
Yeah, and he always chose football over all them BJs. You feel me? He was like, listen, baby, football first. You know what I mean?
He had a lot of like famous girlfriends, but he never settled down.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I did.
Can you pop this? Can you pop this comment about Fernando Valenzuela?
Oh shit, he died. Damn.
He died?
Who? Romil Valenzuela? I mean,
Fernando Valenzuela, the Dodgers. Yeah, from he was 63. No, he's a Dodgers great.
I thought we were talking about from
no shit, dude.
Villa Maria. My bad. I thought I was thinking about Villa Maria from was that his name?
Yeah, shout out our ear to the streets.
You're thinking
man.
of Villanueva. He's an
Villanueva,
offensive
there
lineman,
you go.
and he's still alive.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, what?
like,
yeah,
they
no,
call him
different guy, different sport.
Yeah, dude, Fernando Valenzuela's dead. That's crazy. That's the
Yeah.
screwball OG right there. That's wild.
Wow,
That sucks.
rest in peace, man. Yeah, well, yeah, Yankees, Dodgers. Blake, what are your thoughts? I know you're a baseball guy.
I fucking hate them both. I hate anyone that
Same.
wins. So it is.
Yeah, it's kind of a lose-lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of, in a way, I kind of like. I mean, I don't mind Ohtani, so like, I guess the Dodgers for me, but it's like, yeah, I hate them both.
I'm kind of a fake baseball fan because like I grew up liking baseball, but then after the steroid era, I just kind of said fuck it. Then I came back around again.
Damn it, we need Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
I mean, dude, steroids did make baseball more fun. I'll say that.
Come on, steroids made baseball hell.
Yeah.
Manny Ramirez, A-Rod, A-Roy.
Yeah, come on, fucking Barry Bonds.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, on the Bay. Yeah, he was the Giants, dude. Wow. Had the,
and
like,
70, that's why
73 home runs.
It's Frisco, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's crazy. We lost Valenzuela and Pete Rose. That's wild. Anyway, let's continue on.
Dang, yeah, rest in peace, Pete Rose.
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago. Yeah, go ahead, Bogey.
Yeah. Oh no, I just didn't know. So are we on it now? In my humble opinion,
about to be. I just want to get your thoughts on the Saints, though. Is our season over? Tell me.
All right, I got to give it to you straight. I am a doctor.
Yes, Dr. Bogenheimer. Yeah. Be honest with me now.
Yes. I think, in my humble, or not there yet. In my straightforward opinion, this is not humble at all. Actually, I think they're planning to tear it all down, and it started with giving Alvin Kamara that bag, because why trade him away? They're doing him a solid if they say, "Hey, listen, we're going to extend you, so when we trade you, you're secure for another year."
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, because I don't think why are they going to keep him?
Right. Yeah, he's an aging back. I think they did that to just lessen the cap hit and give him a little more security
when they send him off, because and then they'll be more than willing, I'm sure, to pick up whatever tab it is this year.
And cap hell, exactly, Marty.
Yeah, they're like minus their own, but here's the thing: they are quite impressive, because every year since Drew Brees has been gone, even the last 2 years Drew Brees was there, they were always by -60, -50 over the cap. You feel me? Like.
Yeah,
they always find a way. I mean,
yeah, but it ain't led to many wins. So I'm ready for them to tear it down. Damn it! But
who y'all got?
We shall see. We got the Chargers, man. We play ear to the streets. I told Lee. I told him I was like +7.5. I'll take that. Oh yeah, and we had a waiver wire question from Jesse. Njoku, Komet, or Otten on waivers? Who do I go for?
It'd be Otten, Komet, then Njoku in that order.
Whoa, I would say Njoku, Otten, Komet, but why say no Njoku?
Well, because I mean, Famous Jameis is going to be there, so it'll be a lot of Njoku, but just in order. That's how I'm going to go, because I want to attach myself to.
Cade Otten's going to eat like crazy with no Godwin. Yeah, he basically took the Godwin role.
Yeah,
and all those over the middle passes. So yeah, I could see it. What about you, Blake? Break the tie for us.
I actually like Njoku personally,
and I'm okay with going Otten and Njoku Komet if to help the dude out. But yeah, because you're definitely gonna want to make a claim on each one of these motherfuckers, and that'd be I'm still putting Otten in the front.
Yeah, I'm a horrible person to ask waiver questions to, because I'm the slowest moving motherfucker on waivers on the planet. And you guys can probably both attest to that, considering the league we're in.
I mean, hey, you know what I mean? He blitzed. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah. Hey, we still find a way. Breaking from ear to the street, City of Cleveland plans to sue the Browns to prevent them from moving away and building a dome. God damn, the Browns. They pay Watson all that money. Fucks them over. Now the City of Cleveland's out. I mean, I'm just glad I'm not a Browns fan. The Browns and the Panthers.
What is that river over there?
The Ohio River, right?
Yeah, because they get.
Are they up? No, they're up by the lake, I think.
Yeah, the lake or whatever it is, because they get.
Yeah, they're up by the lake. Cincinnati's the South Ohio.
Yeah, like they get crazy wind over there, and I mean that's if in true Belichick fashion, he would love that. He'd be like, this time of year we use the wind to our advantage. You know what I mean? Like
the Cuyahoga River. That's what's near there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. Blake's the Midwest guy. You would know.
I mean, I had to Google it. I don't know shit about Cleveland.
And Cleveland is damn near East Coastish. Like they're way.
True. Yeah, they're so far from Cincinnati. Yeah.
They're like a hop skipping away to like Pittsburgh for real, or Pennsylvania, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like Cade Otton a lot. Like I think that's a great offense. I do worry a little bit about Baker, his drop off in its entirety. Missing two of the best receivers in the league, even. But Cade Otton, he's a guy. You know what I mean? His route his route running. Route participation per drop back, it's insane. Yeah. He's running routes every time, so give us that.
Yeah, facts. So, all right, y'all. I think it's time for some humble opinions. I need to get Peacock to make a drop for that segment. I'll have to get with him to see if he can do that for me. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off with this isn't too controversial of a take. I feel like most people agree, but Tua gets a lot of hate, y'all. So I just gotta say, I gotta vouch for him here and say that he's an underrated QB. And the reason I'm vouching for this is because look at the Dolphins' offense without him. It's absolute dog shit, man. It's fucking garbage. I mean, the Colts have been a dog shit defense all year. Dolphins only put up 10 points. The boy genius, Mike McDaniel. Like, what the fuck, man? I mean, they can't do anything without Tua. Where this tells me that Tua is actually a pretty damn good QB. A lot of people were just saying, oh, it's Mike McDaniel. It's Mike McDaniel. Well, guess what? Without Tua, Mike McDaniel looks like a fucking moron. So to me, this shows that Tua's underrated. Give the man his flowers. As long as he's not rolling around with a concussion, he's pretty damn good QB.
I agree with you. I think the Dolphins are very much in a situation where you don't know what you have until it's fucking gone. Yeah. So, like, in my opinion, I actually 1,000% agree with this. I like Tua a lot as long as he keeps his head from getting fucking caved in every week.
Right. Yeah.
He's great. He plays the game a little dangerous, but I do think he's an underrated quarterback. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree that the old tuna fish, he gets it in, bro. You know what I mean? That's you don't just lead the league in pass attempts and be one of the more efficient QBs for no reason. It's obviously in part with the system he's in because he pretty much had a lot of the same personnel, outside of Tyreek Hill, before they brought in Mike McDaniels, and they were really shitty. So Mike McDaniels definitely was able to highlight and play it to his strengths. Then obviously without Tua, it's just shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't exactly have all stars behind him. He doesn't have Pro Bowlers behind him. I mean, granted, I did start Skylar Thompson, but I had to. I was in a pinch.
He died though. You can't blame him for dying, right? I mean, even Tyler Huntley just died this week. I wonder if he didn't die.
Timmy Boyle is going to be Timmy Boyle if Tua can't go. Little Timmy Boyle.
Yeah, because we don't know if Tua
is he trash with the Jets.
Right?
Yeah, we don't know if he's going to come back. They expect him to. Like, he's projected to come back, like, on the fantasy sites. Like, they're projecting him to start. So let's hope they're right.
All right. I got one.
All right, go ahead, bud.
In my humble opinion, everyone should not be afraid of Patrick Mahomes. Why is everyone fucking afraid of him? He's just, it's the defense. Everyone plays afraid, so they play just two high safeties, and they just kill you underneath. They do it boring. Fucking don't be afraid to fucking rush his ass. I don't fucking get it. Look at my Niners week. Outside of that last rushing touchdown down there in the 1 yard line where Malik Mustafa could have destroyed him, but he didn't for some fucking reason. Stop being afraid of him. Kill him.
Right. I would say the same thing about Brady, bro. Like, stop being afraid of him. Kill him. Like, damn it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, because
I feel you, man. I feel
this is
you.
one of the worst outings for him production-wise for Patrick Mahomes, right? But I don't think they've ever been undefeated this long into a season with Patrick Mahomes. So not only is he playing shitty for us in fantasy, he just winning like a motherfucker, bro. And they're actually, my Niners were all wounded, but just having that under the notch, like they've beat some teams here. They beat the Ravens, they beat the fucking Niners, they beat the Bengals. You know what I mean? It's fucking annoying. In my not so humble opinion, fuck him.
Right? I feel you, man. Any thoughts on that, Blake? Before we move on to your humble opinion?
I mean, I think so. Patrick Mahomes is one of those guys that is kind of an anomaly, right? He plays the game far more dangerous than most quarterbacks. He makes a lot of throws that a lot of quarterbacks shouldn't make. Against what are considered golden rules, whatever, what have you. But I also think that he caves under pressure in the pocket at times. And it shows, right? This season, I think the teams that are putting some pressure on him, he makes mistakes because he plays the game so dangerous. I agree with Bogard. Go after his ass. He's going to throw a pick, walk off the field, tapping his finger, and call it a day. Unfortunately, he keeps finding a way to win because he drives me fucking nuts.
I know, he has not played well at all this year, where he should not be 6-0. Thank God people are able to see through that and not act like he's the MVP. Although there's probably some jerk off on ESPN that's probably saying Mahomes can be MVP. Undefeated.
It's
for every person out here that's like, man, Mahomes, Chris Collinsworth makes up for it on any primetime game.
Patrick Mahomes,
bringing him up whenever he can.
Boy, now here's a guy that he's not Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly, dude. God, Chris Collinsworth fucking dick rides him.
Oh, it's crazy.
And then he's with Al Michaels, who routinely says the wrong name.
He used to be.
Oh yeah, who's he with now?
Mike Tirico. Now.
That's what I meant to say. He's with Mike Tirico, who's old as fuck, and routinely says the wrong names of players. Right? Like, so
he's not as bad as Al Michaels. Al Michaels is old. Al Michaels,
yeah, he was getting up there. He was
damn, he's bad.
He was damn near in John Madden territory for a while.
Yeah, good thing they put up Kirk Herbstreit with him on TNF because Kirk Herbstreit is sharp as
he's
hell.
A G with it.
Exactly. So they had I feel like sometimes Kirk Herbstreit's probably thinking like, God damn, like they really paired me up with this fucking 80-year-old airhead, right?
The legend.
No, he is though, because like sometimes like when Al Michaels be telling the old stories and shit, I'm like, damn, this dude's like a fucking legend. And then he'll fuck some basic shit up. Man, I tell you what, this would be a hilarious but sad announcing duo. Al Michaels and Troy Aikman.
I don't know, Al. I don't know if that's a penalty. Let's wait for the replay. And
that would be fucking hell, man.
Troy, I feel like his fallback is to question everything. Well, I don't know if that's a flag, Joe.
Right? Yeah, Tony Romo does that shit too.
I don't know if that's a.
Jim.
Then when the call comes in,
I don't know. Jim.
He's like a more enthusiastic Troy Aikman. They're dumb asses trying to like
Tony Romo's my fucking favorite though.
No, yeah, he really said Troy Aikman's like, and he's dry as hell. God, Troy Aikman's
like I learned shit from him. Like he'll be like, oh
yeah, he's not bad.
Watch out for the stuff right here. Oh, they're gonna come from the left. Oh, look at him. He's calling the audible. He's overloading the wrong side. Oh, right. They came from the left, Nancy. Like, and he starts drawing it, and this is why I ain't gonna lie to you. I was really fucking irritated with him because I was like, this is an arrogant guy tries to call every play. It's fucking, he's pretty precise, right? But then I found out the rumor is that he drinks on the job. I'm like, oh, he's fucking awesome.
Right. All right. Before we go for that too far down that rabbit hole, Blake, in your humble opinion, tell us about the Steelers offense.
So in my humble opinion, I actually think the Steelers offense is more dynamic with Russ. Granted, my sample size is small, but the reason I say it is because Russ statistically is one of the most accurate deep ball passers in the NFL. He's got arguably one of the most dangerous deep ball receivers in George Pickens. No matter what, George Pickens is a safety net, right? The guy's going to put a hand on the football. 50-50 balls are a little more egregious with George Pickens.
Yeah, they're a little more 55-45 or 60-50.
Right.
60,
because
40 balls.
regardless, if you throw it down there, if he gets a hand on it, it's going to make it tough to intercept. Also, he only took 1 sack against the Jets, who, as I said earlier, are number 6 in the league with 21 this season. And I think that Russell Wilson opens up the middle of the field a lot more because the deep ball is a threat. And granted, Najee Harris had more rushing yards against the Raiders, but it's the Raiders and also. But Jaylen Warren's game is going to be a huge fucking uptick from all this. So, in my humble opinion, I think the Steelers' offense is actually more dynamic with Russ.
For sure. Yeah, I'll be honest, Blake. Like, I was screaming early in the game when he was kind of struggling. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you switch to bum-ass Russ? You had Fields. You were winning with Fields. But then I saw those deep balls, the Pickens. I'm like, oh, that's why. His deep ball was much better. Had an actual touch on his deep ball. That's what we were talking before the show. Freaking Fields throwing them damn, like, just them fucking rockets. Then it had no touch, no accuracy. He's just launching it like to nobody, like fucking Anthony Richardson. Like, it's just like, dude, like that's not the way. Like, you got to have touch on the deep ball. I mean, yeah, you got to have a big arm, but you got to, like, Rodgers, like, I mean, yeah, and that comes with time. I mean, but Fields has been in the league now, like, it's like his 4th, 5th year. It's like, if he's still airmailing the deep balls, I just don't know, man, where, like, yeah, I can see it. Like, Coach T, it's like a guy like Coach T, it's hard to question him. And yeah, I question him, but I had to eat my words after seeing what Russ cooked up on Sunday night.
Yeah, dude, like I told you before when we were backstage before we started the show, like, there's so many times I was sitting here and I was like, can someone tell Justin Fields he doesn't have to throw fucking lasers all over the field? He's allowed to throw it over people. Yeah.
And
let's ride.
And one of my gripes with Justin, first of all, I'm on record. The whole offseason, I'm like, it's gonna be Russ. It's gonna be Russ.
You did say that, Bogey. I gotta give you credit.
Because I said, if we want it all to be good in fantasy, we want it to be Russ. And then people are like, well, look at DJ Moore with Justin Fields. I'm like, okay, cool, but he was literally the only game in town, and this is that was a bad organization, that he was a part of. You know what I mean? No offense. They're great now.
I hate to be the I told you so guy, but motherfucker, I texted you right away during the game, Bogey, and I said, did I not say George Pickens is going to be fucking elite with Russell?
Yeah, with Russ. And I remember in the offseason when you told me that, the premise was because Russ, he can stretch the field, and George Pickens has zero problems making those contested catches, bro. He might not get the most separation, but you know what's funny is his target market share is the highest in the league, only second to, or it's the second highest only to Justin Jefferson. Like, his target market share is fucking phenomenal. And in my humble opinion, don't get Cooper Kupp. Don't do it. No. And they would love Cooper Kupp there.
Bro, the Bucks, in my quick humble opinion about that, I think the Bucks would be the best fit for Cooper Kupp because of the Lee and Cohen connection, and also they just so many vacated targets now, like Godwin and Evans out of there.
Yeah, and the thing why I kept saying why Russ was going to be the guy, and I ate crow once he got that calf, was because, man, Russ is, when you think about Coach T, right? He likes pedigree, bro. Like, this guy's a winner. Russell Wilson's a winner. And he's the type of guy who don't give a fuck about locker room shit. As far as like, oh, well, they like Fields better, but it's like, listen, they're gonna love Russ once we start winning with Russ. You know what I mean? He knows how to shit on that locker room shit. That, because remember, right out together, the whole team loves Fields. I'm pretty sure they do. Fields is cool. He's not corny like Russ. Russ is corny.
Russ is corny.
Like, he is, but at the end of the day, say he does have that pedigree. And I was saying, like, for all our Najees and all our, even Jaylen Warren for that matter, like, just the run game period is what they want to emphasize. Obviously, with Arthur Smith, he likes to feature a tight end. So I really hope they don't try to emphasize getting a second receiver before the deadline, because it should be just Pickens and the Muth, and then we're gonna love that for fantasy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Muth. Yeah, he's gonna be a guy within that system. So yeah, that'll be cool to see. But yeah, we're getting up against it here a little over the hour, but just got one more humble opinion to get in. If y'all have any more to get in, feel free before we sign off. But yeah, this will be my last one of the night, and it's about my Saints, and it's more about the Chargers than my Saints. It's more of just a knock on my Saints, saying how shitty we are, and it's basically that, in my humble opinion, the Chargers are going to miss the playoffs if they lose to my Saints on Sunday, because that means they'll have lost 2 in a row to below 500 NFC teams, the Cardinals and then my Saints. So I'd say, yeah, Jim Harbaugh, you better pull up your dickies, buddy, because my Saints, yeah, we might be looking rough, but we might play spoiler and knock the Chargers out. I know it's early to be talking playoffs. I get that, but, man, we having fun tonight, man. Fuck it. Chargers, if y'all lose to my Saints, y'all are cooked.
Ooh.
Take that, Lee.
Ooh. Lee, if Lee's still awake, he'll definitely respond to it.
I don't think he's still awake, but he'll probably see it in the morning. And we have to make our little bet. So yeah, shout out to Ear to the Streets. But what do y'all think? Y'all think that's too bold, or y'all think there's something there?
I mean, I'm not a believer.
Oh, he's here. Shout out to Ear to the Streets.
I wasn't
still
a believer.
Up. Appreciate you, Lee.
I wasn't necessarily a believer when it came to the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh. Like, I mean, Jim Harbaugh, he has a knack for turning like organizations around. He did it with my Niners, but he also came through to my Niners when we had, an entire defense and offensive line in place. You know what I'm saying? So he had things to work with. It was a total rebuild, in my opinion. My humble opinion, when it came to him going to the Chargers. And was it week 1 they beat up on the Raiders, week 2 Carolina, week 3 whoever the fuck it was, I forget. They kind of went on a little run there.
Who was the second team?
Carolina.
Never heard of them.
Like
never heard of them.
Oh yeah, week 3. Week 4 they lose
to the Chargers. Sketchy. Yeah, let's see. Who did they even beat this year? Oh yeah, the Raiders. Carolina, then lost to Pittsburgh and Kansas City, then beat Denver.
Carolina's barely a fucking
Their best
team.
win is Denver.
Yeah, because Denver actually beat some teams too.
Because the Raiders and the fucking Chargers. It's crazy. The Raiders early on, like they beat the Ravens week 2. So then people were thinking,
that was the worst thing for them to do, because that really pissed the Ravens off. And they're like, you know what? We're gonna
they've won every game since. Yeah. Tino saying Jim, a legit coach, is like Billy Belichick, I guess. Legit, he knows how to coach and cheat.
Yeah. And, when it comes to Jim Harbaugh, I ain't gonna lie though. Like, if Jim Harbaugh was your coach, right, and you're on that team, bro, you're gonna go to war for that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he gets you to go to war. He pulls up them 32 waist dickies up high. Like,
he got a gun. He got a gun in his waist.
Strap up, bro. Yeah, he's like,
gangsters wear dickies, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'll be real. I think we might lose our 6th straight Sunday because, bro, Jim Harbaugh, bro, he fucked us over with y'all in 2011 in the fucking divisional round.
Yeah,
bro.
When Alex Smith ran it to the left side, ran it in.
Don't remind
you guys
me.
dropped everyone
I
back.
can't believe I just brought it up. Oh man, that was the best team. Like, I know we didn't win the Super Bowl that year. I mean, we won it the 2 years ago. But honestly, though, that was probably the best team in Saints franchise history.
Yeah, I think that was you guys the reigning champs that year.
Insane. No, it was 2 years removed. But, man, our offense was even better that year. That's when we had peak Jimmy Graham, peak Marcus Colston, peak Darren Sproles.
Marcus Colston was a bad motherfucker.
He really was, bro. The ultimate chain mover, bro. He was like a Chris Godwin. Like, he was just first down after first down. And then, like, Jimmy Graham was like the Mike Evans. Like, we were just fucking crazy, bro. Like, we were so fucking good. And you had Sproles, like, who was so damn fast. And I think we had parted with Reggie at that point. I think it was Ingram. I think we had a young Mark Ingram. Did we still have Reggie? Damn, that's what I'm saying, bro. We had so much that year. It was fucking it's Pierre Thomas, bro. We had Pierre Thomas. Who
you're right. You guys might not have had Reggie no more, actually.
I don't think we did. I think we replaced Reggie with Sproles because I know we had Lance Moore was our slot guy. He was a fucking
Pierre
hitter.
Thomas and Sproles.
Right. And then I think a young Mark Ingram.
Was it Tim Hightower?
Yeah, we had let Reggie go. No, Chris Ivory.
Chris Ivory. There you go.
1,000-yard rusher, Chris Ivory, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I got one. In my humble opinion, if I'm going to backpack you lightweight, if my Niners lose to the Cowboys, it's just all over for the world and the universe.
It's over.
No.
Tito's humble opinion, he was much calmer. He was saying about his Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys fans, trust the process. 500 is not over, but Washington is scary.
Yeah, I mean, because, this is probably the best thing to happen for actually, I have a theory on this, in my humble opinion.
I love Bogard theories.
Jaden Daniels getting hurt.
I have a theory.
If Jaden Daniels, he's good, like he might miss a week. He got maybe some fractured ribs. He'll get the flap jacket on. But watch when they're like, okay, we don't want you to run as much. He like, cool, I'm just gonna shred them from the pocket. Because that boy can throw. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, hopefully it doesn't affect him throwing, like, you know what I mean? Like the torque and stuff. Like, hopefully, maybe it's more of a pain tolerant thing. Who knows? But if he's still as dangerous if he's not running. You know what I mean? The kid can throw.
For sure. Hell yeah, Lee's saying shit. Maybe he's saying T. Higgins, maybe Cooper Kupp. I mean, shit. Cooper Kupp could basically be the new Keenan Allen.
Damn, if they trade for Cooper Kupp, I'd be hot because that's what Ladd McConkey's for.
Yeah, true. T. Higgins might actually be a better fit because that Greg Roman offense isn't really friendly to slot receivers.
It doesn't support multiple guys.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, T. Higgins might actually be better. Then they can just sit Quentin Johnston down because he just doesn't seem to be a guy.
Yeah, I mean, even Palmer, he's like, he's meh.
Yeah, Palmer's meh too. Yeah, they just don't have enough weapons over there to where
I think T. Higgins would be interesting. T. Higgins, because of his size, is
and he could be as a perimeter receiver as well, not just a guy. And you can put him in the slot too. But I like the T. Higgins better than the Kupp.
I just don't. I think the Bengals though are like they've won their past two. Like I think they still think they can make the playoffs. Where I don't think they trade T. Higgins, especially not to a team that they're going to be fighting for a wild card with. But that's just my humble opinion on that. Any more humble opinions, Blake, before we sign off?
Nah, I think that's all I got. That was the one I prepared.
Fuck yeah.
In my humble opinion, I just miss doing the show, all of us, and we just get loaded. And then it would always be Tuesdays, remember that? So I'd always fuck up my fucking waivers. I'd be like, fuck, I have to do hella waivers.
Did you get them in before?
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I did mine this morning, and I'm glad I did because I ended up having a busy-ass day at work. So, yeah. But, yeah, we got our shit done.
Is that a Black Widow? I don't know. Smash it.
Live TV, people. Black Widow's making an appearance.
Dude, they found one. They found one in our shop all the way up in Wisconsin. They found one in our shop. Yeah, one of our technicians took like a tire off, and he was doing something with the brake, and it fell out of the brake into our.
Oh yeah, they get up in cars. Like I remember they had one that was up in my dad's car. Like he freaked out. He's like, "Oh, that's a Black Widow!" He was like screaming because it had the red dot in the middle. I was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, because you don't clean your car." He finally decides to go, "Oh shit, a Black Widow."
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
I know, right? Yeah, we get a lot of spiders down here. Fucking banana spiders. Those things are fucking huge, and they're like, "Oh shit!" They have the big ass webs. But anyway, I think that's about all we got, boys. Glad we could get the band back together here on the powwow.
Let's go. Yeah, man, we're definitely cooking up. We're cooking up an idea for a show with the three of us. We haven't figured it out yet, but it eventually. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we got it right here for now. But yeah, we'll try to keep some more shit going. Yeah, the Power Hour is more of an in-season thing, but yeah, for the all season, we'll have something cooked up for sure. But yeah, we got plenty of time to get that rolling. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it, y'all. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Bogey, VW. We out of here, y'all. Guru Nation.